So, excuse me for the shitty filming. I film on a phone, and normally I do vertical videos because it's the easiest for me to set up. Right now I have just my phone set up on a sock bag bullshit that was here. But I'm doing my rear facing cameras on an S22, I think, or S21. On ultra high definition and 60 frames a second. Today's the 22nd of June 2024. I don't know if it really matters, but I'm 32. I've got my PSL 54 out, and I've never shot any corrosive ammunition out of this thing. I just cleaned it last night, this morning, whatever, because I've been staying up really late. I just cleaned it recently with some Croyle and a Walmart cleaning kit. And every time I use Walmart aluminum cleaning kit, I break them. So you only get one use out of a $10 cleaning kit. But I'm shooting at this at 100 yards. And I've got trying to keep all my shooting stuff in a one bag setup type thing. Just trying out ideas to make my life simple. I've got a little notepad in here with a pen. I also got a big notepad in this little 4 magazine pouch. I just pulled that out already. I've got this 4-power PSO scope. Got some JB bore paste in there, that doesn't matter. I just charged my Garmin, and we'll set that up, and I'm gonna set that up about where the camera's at. And basically what I'm trying to do, and you'll see here, and this is gonna be one long ass video, just for the sake of it. What I'm trying to do, it's hot as fuck. It's like 90 to 100 degrees. Little to no wind today, but it's fairly humid. Really don't need that. If I've got that bigger book, I'd rather use the bigger book. And I can always copy my information down from one book to the next, so I have notes. I had bought, I don't know if you can see that very well. I bought off of sgammo.com. He's a great ammo shop on the internet. He does free shipping over $200. And as you know, ammunition's not hard to get over $200. I'd bought some different types of ammo to test this thing, because what I'm wanting to do, and I've got my record book here from previous shoots, all the targets, date labeled and annotated with some loose leaf of who shot them if it wasn't me, and like this right here, I'll show you. So with that PSO scope, I had some of this, and I had made videos of this at the time, and it shot like this, and I was aiming about in here. So I'm wanting to reload for this thing, and now with the increase of prices of components, I feel like it's only justified if I do reload for this thing, not to load shitty reloads, but to try to do my best and buy the best of what I can reasonably get, right? So I was gonna get some Lapua brass with some Lapua bullets and some stay ball match and work with that. So yeah, here's another example of some stuff that's hard to find that I had shot a record group. So what I was doing is I was taking the little tabs, I was cutting them off and showing the one right here, one right here, and one right here, the group size of each one. Sorry if it doesn't come out right. You're on 0.6 magnification just to get everything in frame. So what I'm trying to do is get a bunch of different types of ammunition annotated to see what this rifle is capable of with different weight grains and stuff, with the best I can. Now, I was shooting the factory provided PSO scope, the Sporting Arms one from one of the manufacturers, the modern manufacturers. I had that, and that's what all these are previously shot on. But here recently, I ended up getting some more stuff, and I got this Arkin EP5 set up here that I'm going to try to get better groups on. Since it's not a 4-power, it's a 5x25, I should be able to hold on center a little better. Here's a little shooting, like I said, like little just Ziploc bags basically. Got a shot timer, Allen or a Torx key for the rings there, a screwdriver, my rangefinder, my shot timer. I already said that. Glass cleaning cloths, glass cleaning white. That's already dirty. A brush, in case if I need to scrub it for whatever reason, and just all my goodies that I might need in there. Which this right now, what I'll do, and I had this, right? So what I have to do, so the factory provided PSO scope no longer illuminates from what I could tell. I put a battery in it and it didn't turn on. Plus it's not calibrated quite correctly, quote unquote, because it's not a 1,7 scope. So I went to a gun show one time and I bought this actual Russian surplus PSO with no illumination. The LPS 4x6 degree TIP2, serial number 23416-79. So I assume it was produced in 1979. This is an actual surplus one. I had just stuck this in the toaster oven today at a little less than 250 degrees because it had like moisture on the lenses. So I think it was actually Cosmoline. So I took this little hatch off. I'm spastastic, so just bear with me. That's probably why I don't do very good YouTube videos, because it's just, I'm trying to do train of thought, not necessarily like presentations. I take this little cover off and baked it in the oven for however I felt it was necessary, and a bunch of Cosmoline come off of it, but then I looked through it and it looked a lot better. And I don't know if you can actually see that, and I can't see the viewfinder, but now it doesn't have like moisture droplets in it, but it's still yellowed, and it's a lot clearer because I had cleaned the lenses with some lens cloth, and as well a bunch of Cosmoline come out the back lens when I did that. So it doesn't have like water droplet look through it like it did, and it's actually calibrated correctly because it's an actual surplus scope. So it goes all the way up to 1,000, and it'll go over 1,000 a little bit, but not just 1,000, and then you use the hashes for extra 100 meters after that. And it has the windage here in mils as well. And I'm assuming that's mils because it goes to 10 and it's not graduated differently. So I probably could use this effectively. It's just, it's not enough power. It's better than the scope that was provided, but it's only still 4 power. So I wanted more so that way I can see an inch dot at 100 yards and hold on within the inch dot so I can get better groups down. So that's what I'm here doing today. I only got like an hour to shoot, kind of seeing if this is sighted in, and if it's not sighted in, try to get a rough sight in with what ammunition I have. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to shoot all this today. At bare minimum, I can get probably one 5-shot group done for each ammunition type. But I've got 182 grain PPU regular ball loads, match grade 182 grain PPU, and then I got 150 grain soft points PPU, and then the Celler and Bellet stuff is their 180 grain stuff. And this stuff I've shot before, and it's extremely hot, is what I experienced. But what I'm going to do is basically portable shoot out day out type shootout type setup, to where I bring everything in that medium rucksack and I have everything I need to actually have a good range day. So I've got this bag, but this bag is extremely light. I don't really like it too much, but I'm going to try to shoot off of it and see what I can do with it just to get a little bit in. I may end up taking taking my top bag off and getting one of their rests and using that. I don't know just yet. See how it works. But I have 4 different types of ammunition to kind of test today. 40 rounds a piece. If I'm going to do any testing, I'm going to buy 40 rounds of it, because my pouch here, my little sniper's pouch, my marksman's pouch, will hold 4 magazines. Each magazine is 10 rounds. So that way I have enough to shoot a quote-unquote loadout. You know what I'm saying? So let's get my rangefinder out here. Got a Leupold RX 1400i TBR-W. So this, I've got it set to yards, and I've got it set to line of sight. So it's how many yards by line of sight, not necessarily by anything else. And it gives me the inclination, so it gives me plus or minus degrees on how I'm shooting, or what degreeage I'm shooting. I shouldn't need anything else out of this because everything should be clean, because I cleaned it before I come out here. That's why I'm out here so late. But I had sighted in that Arken scope for this 182 grain regular ball ammo. So that's what I'm gonna shoot first, so that way it fouls it, and as well I can see how that stuff kind of shot. So let me get everything set up here best I can, and we'll see what I can do here. Power on my chronograph. New session, okay. Rifle, 1700 to 5000. Enter the weight of your projectile, okay. Okay, 182, okay, okay. 5 to 15 inches from barrel, 5 to 15 inches from muzzle, okay. Something like that, and then have this off. Only downside about all these plastic bags is they get lost in the wind if you're fucking around like that. So let me pull one of these boxes out. So I had paid $25 for this, for one box, which isn't too bad considering the justification of the same thing that I'm necessarily doing I can do with a 26 nozzler I have, but that would be $90 a box. I'm gonna load with 6 shots here because I have noticed, and you may call me full of shit, but I have noticed that the bolt hold open actually, the bolt hold open actually does play a part in the last shot and where it goes, because it recoils differently, and part of your shooting is follow through. So I'm going to shoot a 5-shot group with 6 shots in the magazine out of a 10-shot magazine, and see what I can get done here. I don't need to bring all this stuff necessarily, but I felt like it. I felt a little ambitious today. So this is this first 5-shot group will be this stuff, right? So it's 7.62 by 54R, full metal jacket boat tail, 182 grain. And this stuff, not exactly sure how fast it goes. I think it goes 2,700 feet a second. I'll set this right here, put all my ammo right here, put my magazine here, my record book over here, my rangefinder here because I'm going to need it there. This scope I can put over here because I'm not going to need it just yet. And my earplugs in. I always shoot with foam earplugs because of the decibel rating that they give. And when I got them in, I get really loud because I got poor hearing anyways. So the proper way to do that is to pinch and roll. Lift up your ear like so, and then stick it in. I normally don't lift it. I usually just shove it. And it goes way into my cavernous fucking huge ass ear holes. And it blocks the sound. So I don't know how well this will set up because this is the disabled bench where it sits a little higher. I'm hoping it'll work. We'll see here. A foldy chair. This is probably my foldy chair, but it'll work. It'll be okay. Yeah, that'll work fine. So I don't know how well you'll see. I'm not on a rangefinder, or I can't see my viewfinder. I'm just fussy today. Let me see. Oh, let's see if I can turn it. No, can't turn it around. Phone doesn't work like that. Doo-doo-doo. Uh-huh. Like I said, fussy today. Oh, hey. That'll work better, huh? Front-facing camera probably doesn't do as good, but it'll do. Yeah, I can at least see the viewfinder and I see if I'm in the picture. So it's a beautiful thing about YouTube is you don't have to be a professional. You just do what you want to do. There's nobody saying, hey, you have to do this. You just do what you want. You're just putting public information out there. Now, it's up to the user of YouTube to figure, as in the consumer of YouTube, to figure out if that information applies to them or what goes on. And it's also used to be a real good video format forum. I had a question I could ask somebody and they could give me guidance and I could try it out for myself, whether if I deemed it good enough to be liable for it, you know what I'm saying? So like, I used to have questions about cast bullets and how well they'd shoot with certain loads, and you could go on the forums and see what they're doing, but they can only type a certain amount of characters, and or they just don't want to type because they're old fuddy-duddies. So it was easier just to do YouTube. Put that out of viewfind here, barely out. It's easier just to do YouTube, post up a video, and then go about your fucking day. All right. Let's see. It's a 10 power rangefinder. 104, 105. 105. It's 104, 105 meters, or I mean yards, line of sight. .2, we're gonna call it that. It's hard to sight in quite right, but that's what this is showing directly at my target from my eye. So take about a meter off. So 104. 104 yards, I mean, from my target, and that's what I'm going to shoot my group from. So, slide this bitch on. Oh, I'm gonna have to tighten that a little bit here. So this is the AK Masters mount. I do not like this mount. It's what I have, so I'm gonna use it for right now. This thing, I think, is made of all aluminum. And the cam shows that it looks like it's a soft material, because the cam is actually wore down a little bit from me tightening it up really tight, trying to get it to mount right, because I was thinking it cocks it off at an angle there. It's a shitty ass fucking mount system. Do not get the AK Masters mount, get the RS Regulate. That's what I'm going to get next to see about it. Whoop. Parallax adjustment. Okay, so 182 grain regular ball ammo. See what I'm able to do with all this bullshit. Yeah. Here. Got the sunshade on to protect the lens from dust. And I have to shoot this with glasses or else I can't view the reticle for shit, because it doesn't correct my vision well enough. to see the reticle. So I was explained that the parallax adjustment will focus your image and the focus dial will actually focus your reticle in your eye. So that's how I've worked it. Zero, zero on the knobs, right at the so there's hash marks in here on the parallax and it shows 100. Underneath the 100 there's a line there, there's a gap and it says 100, right? I have it right on the line underneath it for the parallax adjustment, and I have the illumination completely off, and I have it right barely after so your zero has two legs that connect, right? That's how it makes a zero. The right leg on the leg as a dial from dot to dot type for magnification. So let's see how this works. I'm going to shoot the direct center of this target. Boy, this is harder than I thought it would be. I am shaking like a one-legged stripper on a fucking pole. All right. Ooh, smells like oil, that's for sure. Ah, it's hot. 2637.4 feet per second on that shot. No pressure signs that to be concerned of. Hotter than fuck though. 2637 feet per second, kinetic energy of 2,810.6 foot-pounds, power factor of 480 even on the dot. 480 on the dot. Where did that shot go? Holy shit, that went way low right. That went 1, 2, 3, 4 inches low and about 5 inches right. Now I'm here after a group, not a fucking zero. Melted plastic. God damn it. Get off. Get off the bag. $2645.9 feet per second. 28.6 foot-pounds and 481.5 power factor. I don't see where it hit. Fuck me. It looks like it's a mil low. God damn it. Let me adjust a mil up. How many mil fucking right is it? about 1.5 mil right. So I want the bullet to go. Let's go 1 mil left. I'm gonna go show where those shots hit, because evidently my zero didn't zero like I thought it did, which is okay, I guess. I mean, that's what you get for having a mount style like that. Basically, right, this swings off, and that nut underneath right here, that turns to tighten it and loosen it. And I had cranked it down one shot, but 2 shots, average is 2641.6 for 2 shots. So, you know, it's a phone, so I can twist it any way I want. Framing, terrible. So what I'm trying to do with this rifle now is I'm trying to get a bunch of different ammunitions videoed, so that way I know what the best ammunition is, so that way I have a baseline for accuracy for this rifle. Hopefully, it's going to take a lot of time and patience. I have a baseline of accuracy for this rifle, for then I can start to reload for it and see if I can make any improvements on the accuracy of this rifle. It's going to be difficult because of that thin barrel, and I don't know what I don't know, so I got to figure out what I actually got to figure out. Okay, so I couldn't see it for shit. All right, so 2 shots, you know, these are supposedly inch, so in 2 inches. So if you put that on a 1/2 inch, it'd be boop, boop, boop right here. So I didn't see that shot from over there. I can see my impacts from over there, but I didn't see it because of this tall ass fucking grass. It's fucking long as shit. So let me post up another piece of paper and shoot a group, and I'll just do a real quick summary video, so that way you can kind of see what I'm doing. But I adjusted from about, and I'm wiggling, and just like my phone, right? I'm wiggling within here because of my heartbeat, and I can't really help that too much. And I'm wiggling quite a lot, really. I don't have the proper rest to do bench rest type shooting, and that's not the point of it. It's the point to learn how to shoot, even if it's off the bench, to shoot scope, because I never had good scopes. So it's twofold: to learn what the base accuracy is, and as well to learn how to shoot scopes real well. So that's what I'm trying to do. But that's not too bad for 2 shots. I'll get a new target, and I'll actually put an actual group down. Boy, long ass video, I know.